We use should when we say that it's really important that it's maybe I'm giving you an advice, what I think is good. So if I say you should visit Australia because Australia is a beautiful, beautiful country with many beautiful people, nice, friendly people. So when I say should, it's talking about in the moment or maybe in the near future. And I'm giving you advice. I'm telling you what is good for you. You should do this. You should go here. You should eat this. You should do whatever activity. Okay, so we want to use this word should to talk about you should visit this place. So I want you to think about a place that you really, really like. And I want you to tell someone, to tell us, why should we visit this place? So if you have a look at some examples, first of all, this is the directions. Suppose someone new to your city has asked you about a place they should visit. Okay, so suppose, that means imagine that somebody asked you, where should I go? What should I see? Okay, you may share the beauty and the good things about the place, maybe about the specialty, the culture, the history. Then you can say to them when to visit this place and what they would do and experience there. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples. Shirley says, you should visit the Taipei Church in Taiwan. So remember, we're not telling people to visit a city, but to visit a location in a city, a place. Maybe it's a church, maybe it's a museum. A place does not mean a city. It means somewhere in the city. So Shirley says, you should visit the Taipei Church in Taiwan to celebrate Christmas. There are many activities here at this time. You can see people singing and dancing to both gospel and Christmas music. There is also a lot of food here to enjoy and such a great vibe during this festival season. Okay, so Shirley is telling us that we should visit the Taipei Church in Taiwan. Okay, Eduardo says, you must visit Chichen Itza in Mexico, as this place is one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. This place was used by the Mayan civilization as a ceremonial center. So maybe it was used by the very old generation to have marriage or something like that. A magical and very interesting place to visit. So you could see that when you tell someone that they should go to a place, let them know what it is. What can you see when you go there? Why is it interesting? Okay, Jose says, you should visit Mexico. Sorry, you should visit Chichen Itza in Mexico to celebrate the Day of the Dead. This occasion is held on November the 2nd. It is a magical and very special place for the Mayan culture. Okay, so that was the same place. But he told us it's good to visit it on November the 2nd, and it's important for this old culture of people in Mexico. Lewis says, I think you should visit the island called San Andres in Colombia. On that island, they speak Spanish, and they themselves created their own language. One place to see on this island is the Sea of 7 Colors. You can do a lot of water activities here, such as jet skiing. Also, eat so many different typical dishes. Now, we don't say typical, we say local. So remember, the word we say is local. And I want to practice should. So he's going to say you should do a lot of water activities here and also eat so many different local dishes. Adriano says you should visit the San Paulo Municipal Market. Okay, so a market where you can buy things, which is a place that offers so many food options. One of the must-try dishes is the mortadella sandwich, which is a traditional snack eaten here by the locals. Okay, so a marketplace. He told me where, the name. So make sure you say the name of the place and which city is it in and why. What can I do there? You know, what can I see? Why is this place good to go? Sebastian says you should visit the Rosaria Islands in Cartagena. Their beaches are so the beaches there are very beautiful. You should enjoy the local fresh food, such as fish. It is a good place to go on holidays. Okay, so that's good. That's an island, which is in Cartagena. And if you love seafood, then this is a very good place to visit. So that's good that Sebastian is telling us that we should visit this place. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit. It's a good place to go on holidays, especially if you love seafood. Okay, Fernando says, you should visit the Magic Water Circuit in Peru because it is a unique experience that allows you to explore a series of incredible, creative, and visually stunning fountains and water show. This park in Lima features 13 ornamental fountains that combine music, lights, and projections to create a truly magical and enchanting atmosphere. It is a perfect attraction for people of all ages and a great way to spend an evening enjoying a fascinating water show. Okay, so maybe he could have added more you should. Okay, so maybe I can change it just to add a little bit more you should. This park in Lima, so you should see the 13 ornamental fountains that combine music. It is a perfect attraction for people of all ages and a great way to spend an evening enjoying the water show. Okay. Henry says, if you are in Korea, you should go to church on the weekend because everyone here seems to be religious, Protestant. You should Google somewhere close to where you are staying. You should ask people around if the church is nearby. You should also see a few more places and speak to the local because everybody here is very friendly. So this is good because it's using what we learned in the last lesson about anywhere, somewhere, nowhere, everybody. So that's good. And he's talking about a church. So you only want to say one place that's in a city. So he said a church in Korea. Oscar says you should visit the Sydney Opera House, okay, which is in Sydney. Nowhere will you see such a wonderful building. This place has been declared a World Heritage Site. You can see many shows that are presented there. You shouldn't let time go by. Okay, that's interesting because that's in Australia. Juanita says you should visit Machu Picchu in Peru. It's one of the wonders of the world. It's a unique place. You should visit this place now. You won't see a place like this anywhere in the world. Okay, so that's good. Machu Picchu, which is a place in Peru. Jonathan says you should visit the Pueblito Paisa and the Antiquia Museum because these places are very traditional to Medellin. Also, you should visit the Light Park, which is a big park with lots of activities for the family, so you won't get bored. And we have this comment, you should go to Thailand to visit the Erawan Shrine. This is a small temple filled with flowers and is dedicated to the Erawan Buddha, the god of wealth. This is a very important part of the Thailand culture. You should also go to Quaitukwa Market, which is the largest market in the world, covering an area more than 15 football fields. That was from Alina. And our last example is from Curly, and he says, he did write quite a very long comment. We just want to write a small paragraph. So you should come to Mongolia. Coming to Mongolia, the first thing you should see is one of the most extensive grasslands in the world. There can be under the blue sky and white clouds, and you can see the sea. You should ride a horse on the grassland. You should also lie quietly on the grass, looking up at the sky. You should participate in the traditional festival. You should taste the local cuisine. Okay, so good. That was in Mongolia. So now I want you to write about a place. Remember, a place is a place in a city. I don't want you to talk about everything in a city. Just pick one location in any city. Maybe you have been there, you've traveled there, or it could be from your country. And it could be a market, it could be a place that's, you know, an old monument. It could be an important monument like this one, the Statue of Liberty in New York. It could be, as I said, a museum, a church, a garden place. It could be any place. But I want you to practice saying, you should visit this place. Now, remember, tell us what place, the name of it. Make sure it's in capital letters. The name of the place, you must write it very well. And where is it? In which city? In which country? And then give us information. What can I do when I'm there? So you should say, you should do this, you should try this, you should whatever. So remember, we're practicing using should to talk about a place where we want to tell someone, you should visit